These 5 things are the reason why most brands are facing difficulties with paid marketing, running efficient ads on Meta, on TikTok, or on other channels. So in this video, I'm going to go over each one by one, and most likely you have one of these currently happening at your brand. And I'm also going to be able to provide some solutions to each one of the issues that we're going to identify in this video so that you can first realize it's a problem that is preventing you guys from going to the next level. And second, what are some solutions, what are some options that you have to resolve it? So if you don't know who I am, my name is Jackie. I run an ad creative focused agency that helps businesses and e-commerce brands that create high quality converting social media ads that they can run immediately in their ad account to see instant performance results by 30 to 40%. So if you're interested, I left a link down below where you can chat with our team to learn more about how our service will benefit your business. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So throughout the past year and a half, we have done many Facebook ads, ad account audits. And these are the 5 things that we have consistently seen the brands run into, or situations that they are in that really prevented them from going to the next level. So the number one thing is, and this is pretty common to smaller brands, startup brands that have just started recently or within the last 2 years, which is the founder or one person marketing team is doing everything. Now, when it comes to social media ads today, there are so many moving parts. You have to know how to do creative strategies, how to source creators, communicate with creators, get those videos edited. There are just so many things that you need to do before you even spend $1 on ads. Especially as a founder, you have so many different aspects of the business that you have to run. And I've just seen many businesses and many founders are so burned out by doing everything by themselves. And when you do that, you're sacrificing the quality of the output because essentially you're not able to focus on the most important and the most ROI-driven activities that you should be doing. During our audit for businesses, one of the most important questions that we ask them is, what's your current content creation process look like? And you might be surprised, 40 to 50% of the brands, even when they are already doing 6 or even 7 figures, the founders are actively involved in this process when they should have already allocated to an agency or a talented individual who is able to help them to do all this. Next, poorly structured ad creation system. So this doesn't refer just to the ad account that you see on Meta, but the overall content creation system. There is no structure. When we were doing audits, we will also ask the brand to share with us any Google Drive, Notion page, or whatever platform they are storing all the assets, all the strategies, all the paid content. And I would say 60 to 70% of the time when we go into that platform, it's not organized, it's very messy, and there is no structure to how the content, how the assets are being tested, what are some of the things that are working and what are some things that are not, and what are some of the things that they will be testing next. So there's so much going on and it's kind of like nothing is going on at all. That's the second most common situation that we have seen brands run into. And in this case, either you find a very talented and efficient VA who can help you guys to organize this. And by the way, this is not a hard thing to do. It's just most of the brands aren't aware that this is actually a problem that is causing the money, because essentially you don't know what you're testing in the ads. You don't have a structure. You don't know what the plan is you don't know when you've got a winning creative, what you need to do next. So essentially you need an organizer that go into the G Drive, go into Notion to really organize stuff so that you guys are able to have a clear path to creating the next batch of winning ads, so you are able to feed that ad account consistently. And the third is bad talents. So this also covers, bad agency partners and also bad employees. This might be a touchy subject, especially for beginner entrepreneurs that haven't really dealt with a lot of employees. And especially I have seen brands and owners where they will hire friends or people that they know, and then they will feel uncomfortable like firing them, even though they are really doing a great job. The success of a business is measured by its talent. And one of the core beliefs I have is when a brand is not doing where it's supposed to be, it's really just because of the talents. That's why when we are doing these audits, naturally the next set of questions we will ask is, what are the people on the team currently? What do they do? What are their roles and responsibilities? Bad talents lead to poor quality of output, which lead to inefficiencies. Then it will essentially show up on your P&L where your revenue isn't growing as much as you want. So really, I think as business owners, you need to seriously think about, are you bringing the best talent that you could possibly find on the internet, in real life, that you could bring to your business? Because I have just seen a huge difference in good brands that are running great revenue numbers, have incredible talents, versus bad brands are just struggling with finding good talents. And fourth, lower customer retention. So this is really going to the realm of customer retention, email marketing, SMS marketing, and whatnot. So it's not really directly tied to paid social. However, usually we would like to ask questions not only related to the whole ad account, but also to the overall business, the marketing activities that the brand is doing on a very broad level. And many times we notice some of these brands don't have a very consistent email marketing strategy at all, or they don't even care about customer retention. All they will focus on is ads, how to get the best profits, how to get the best ROAS every month. And this is exactly why they don't have room to let ads underperform, because essentially all the revenue comes from getting new customers. When they're leaving money on the table, literally from existing customers that want to buy from you again, they just want a little hint of reminder. Or when you're doing a big sale of the year or of the months, just let them know and you will be surprised. Especially if your products are great, you'll be surprised how many existing customers will come back and continue to support your brand. And lastly, is really addressing the overall business and probably a little bit personal to the founders, the entrepreneurs. After we audit so many different brands and really got on the call and to get to know entrepreneurs, one of the things that I have noticed is successful brands and successful business founders have very clear vision. They really understand priorities. They understand what needs to be done now versus what can be outsourced or can be done later. Vice versa, when we do talk to business owners that are struggling to get their business, to a certain level, that they are in a position right now that they just have so many issues in their business, we just found that these founders don't yet have a clear sense of what they need to do. Their minds are set everywhere, and which really caused them to not perform at their best efficiency. So this is really not, so the last point is not really talking about ads, social media content, but really talking about the work style, the person, him or herself. So I think at this point, I wanted to pause here and to say, really, I think the biggest takeaway that I want you to get at from this video is, if your current ad account, if your business isn't growing or isn't doing the number that you would like to, you have to first look within. All of those things I just mentioned probably are happening, but you have to understand why they're happening in the first place. For example, number one, why are you doing everything all by yourself? Why are you outsourcing things to people that are capable of executing those activities? Number two, why are you creating a cleared and very straightforward structure to follow so everyone on your team is aligned and everyone's on the same page? Number three, why are you keeping bad talents on the team when you can fire them? I mean, you want to treat them fairly, but if they're not producing good work now, if they're not doing good work, you have every right to sit down with them and say, hey, I didn't think this position is right for you, and we're going to move on from now. And then you should start finding better talent. look within and to see what are the inefficiencies that currently reside inside you and that are projecting out to the business. So I think I probably said enough in this video. That's really the main message I want you to take away. And another thing that I've just recently started doing is gather honest feedback from the employees. I know it's gonna suck, and no one wants to hear bad things about themselves, but it really is the best way to improve because we all have blind spots. We all think we are perfect, and we just aren't as self-aware as we would like ourselves to be. So this is such a great opportunity and activity that I would like to incorporate more in my agency, and I highly encourage you to do so as well. So I'm not going to keep this video any longer. This is really a high-level business kind of video where I didn't really go into a lot about creatives, but rather how you want to operate and how you want to act like a business owner for your own business. I hope this video was helpful. If you want to learn more about doing actual creatives, ad content, feel free to check out other videos I posted on YouTube, and hope to catch you guys in the next one.